What's up, everybody? Rob back again with another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we are doing the F&M at Home Pauper edition, so everything needs to be from Standard and it's limited to commons and basic lands. I decided to try something that I'm semi-familiar with, which is basically discard and mill. So I have Merfolk Secret Keeper that lets me, I can play it twice because it goes on an adventure when you play it for one. It'll mill your opponent for the top 4 cards of their library, and then you can play it again as a nice defender. Then I had Serrated Scorpion, does 2 damage to an opponent, and you gain 2 life when it dies. Burglar Rat to just make them discard a card from their hand. Sage's Row Denizen, get that out there. It's a 2/3, it's a decent little body out there. So that when I do get my merfolks back out there, it'll cause them to discard 2 more cards. Then I have Mutual Destruction, so I can sacrifice the Serrated Scorpions and do them 2 damage and also destroy one of their creatures. Severed Strands, just another sack outlet for the Severed Scorpion or the Burglar Rats that aren't doing much. Once they've entered the field, they've done their job. Then Vicious Rumors, they discard a card, I gain a life, and they lose a life. And they also discard a card from the top of their library. Callous Dismissal to bounce back threats and give me a token. And then we have Corpse Churn to mill the top 3 cards of my library, and then I get to bring a creature card back to my hand. Didn't say please, it's just a counter card. So when they try to play something, I can counter it and mill them for 3 more cards from the top of their library. Then I have Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Every turn I'll gain a life and my opponent will lose a life. I can sack it for 6. And do 4 damage to them, and I'll gain 4 life. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get with all the little ping damage that I'm doing from Vicious Rumors, Serrated Scorpion. Hopefully annoy them to the point where they'll probably quit. So yeah, lands are just basic lands. We have Dismal Backwater to gain a life. It enters tap, but it is both. It's a dual land and an Evolving Wilds because it's just a cheap way to get a land out. But that's it. Let's see how it goes.
So then he says, what the fuck?
Oh, hey everybody. Alright, so this is a sped up game. I got Chris here. He's going to watch me play my games. Yeah, this one's pretty ridiculous. So this deck is Scorpions, discard.
So fast. Holy crap.
Yeah, so I didn't want to have everyone watch me get annihilated. I know last week I put out I went 2-0 video. Like, yeah, that one was it turned out really well last week. This week it did not turn out so well. So that's what's happening here. You can see you got a couple of Flyboys. That Daybreak Chimera is out there. He just like kept my Sage Row Denizen from doing anything. He's just drawing cards. The guy
I can hardly tell what's going on.
Yeah, he destroyed my enchantment. It's very fast, I get it, but like, trust me, it's not worth watching because the guy just destroys me. Like, I mean, this is the last turn.
I played against someone playing mono white, and mono white seemed pretty good.
Yeah, mono white's like one of the most synergistic colors.
Pauper deck, like commons.
Just in general, like, I don't know, mono white is just so good. And here goes me. Basically throwing up the white flag at this point. I'm gonna get my punch in and then quit.
I love how you.
All right, so here goes a normal game. How I did what?
Did you win this game?
That's why it's normal speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you kept this hand?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? No blue in hand.
You are a fucking maverick. I'm sorry if I'm. Do you not want me to cuss on your video?
I don't care. It's going up on our channel. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a rough opening hand, right?
It's too slow. I need to go like 100 times faster, Robert. I need it 1,000 times faster.
And I'm like, what do I do here? Bounce with it.
That's a good play right there.
You know, Theo LaRousse.
Because then you have 2 attacky boys next turn instead of just like, I'm going to mill, then play something the next turn. Yes.
I had attacky boy.
Oh, don't mind if you do 2 damage to yourself.
I was like, you big old dum-dum. I'll sack my creature. I don't even care. It's a token. Why not?
You don't care.
And then I'll mill you.
I love how you didn't play your Evolving Wilds, even though you totally could have. That would have been such the better power play.
Dude, I know. So bad. I'm so bad at this game.
It's just the little things, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ah, that's nice.
it's Defender. You know what? It's Defender. Man, that didn't say please is really doing a lot in your head. That's also bad. Oh man,
Well,
that's
how
the
about
worst.
this? How about this vicious rumors to the face?
Oh.
Theo. Theo.
Hold on, how many cards does he have in his deck? It looks like he has like quite a few. It looks like he has way more than he should.
And I held up some mana to scare him, and guess what? I think it worked. I don't remember. Did it work?
Oh,
it
yeah.
Didn't. It didn't work.
It
He's
did.
still going. Oh no, he got scared. He didn't want none of this.
He'll never financially recover from that.
Here we go. 1-1. We got the win, ladies and gentlemen. What do we get? What do we get out of this thing? Warrant and Warden. 1-1. All right, so this is.
It is back to the normal mode.
Back to normal. Me getting whooped. This is what I wanted to call out earlier when you were playing. Was like, I got a lot of Whisper Squad games. A lot of people running Mono Black, Whisper Squad, and
Where my Whisper Squad at?
Exactly. And I know it's going really fast, but you can kind of tell what's going on. He's just Whisper Squatting. I'm milling him. I'm trying to put up a defense. We both had ill-gotten inheritance on the board, just pinging each other back and forth.
God, this seems so dumb.
He keeps killing everything, and then I'm just like, I'm out. Like at this point, I have nothing else that I can do. Let me put more creatures.
Down
yeah, Burgle Rat. I kill this guy, and it's like, all right, I'm just dead. There's nothing else. Like, oh, maybe I can keep up with 2 ill-gotten inheritances. Let me bounce yours. It'll help me catch up. And yeah, didn't really work. And bring back that blocker, sweet blocker, and I died.
Dude, they had so much, like, I didn't realize how much Black had for this. Like, I think you could have ran just like counter and destruction and just put up things to do the 1 damage per turn and you gain 1 life.
Yeah.
I think that would have been like a douche thing to do, but I think you could have done it.
Yeah. It would have been a good one. I actually did a mulligan, dude. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's. Who are we? What? You put a land of?
Yeah. Oh man, I know I'm the worst.
Why would you do that?
I mean, I drew a land. Never punished, right?
Oh my god. Oh, man. Even the craziest person's like, if I have 3 lands, I keep it.
Yeah. True. But I didn't.
Do you burgles here? Yeah, you burgles.
You got to burgle, man. Robble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good card for him to get rid of.
Yeah. That was not cool of him. I was not a fan of that move at all.
That's not very sway.
It was not very sway at all. Sway. I was like, all right, you go ahead and discard a card then. I felt like I was like, okay, this guy's hand is getting smaller and smaller. It's got to be like annoying to him by this point,
But
right?
yours is so much smaller.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
And that's the time I knew I fucked up. So,
yeah.
like, all right, cool. Well, this is a nice little combo. I got this going. I got my mutual destruction. He's going to play that 1 card, and I can destroy it, and it'll be great. Another Scorpion, but I couldn't play it because I only had 1 Schwamp. So, I mean, nobody's really doing anything. He's
Literally,
slowly...
no one's doing anything. You have to attack to keep up with his life gain.
Yep. Gain a life here.
Oh.
Come on, dude.
You're a net positive right now for this turn.
Exactly. And I'm like, I know I got things in this deck to help me out. I know it.
Yeah. But so do they.
Oh, they got so many good things.
Oh,
And this deck is kind of where version 2 came out. Because, yeah, I did change up the deck a little bit because you'll see as we proceed through this adventure that is life how things went for me.
and now you're actually ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, cool. I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm way ahead. If I could just draw some cards, I'll be good.
Oh,
Obviously, doing 1 damage per turn is not going to do it. I'm not really doing it.
yeah. I mean, they're only able. You're doing one more damage than they can. Oh, never mind.
Not anymore.
That's unfortunate.
All right, let's do some corpse churn. Nothing good in the graveyard. I was like, let me get this guy at least for the punch value. And then I realized, oh, I can't play him until next turn. Worst day of my life.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yep. It's not looking good for old Gil.
It's not looking good for our heroes.
Yep. I was like, let me punch in, try to at least do 2 damage here, gain 2 life. I can defend with my Merfolk Secret Keeper. And then this guy comes along.
Then the Fire Nation attack.
Yeah. Everything was fine until the Fire Nation attacked. And then he gets another one.
Another one.
Yeah. Not the best. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm way ahead in life at this point, even though I'm going to go down fairly quickly. Let me get rid of that Flyboy because he's just going to get bigger each time he does damage or gains life. I forgot what he does.
Because now he's going to be losing 2 life.
Mm-hmm.
And God, that's so good.
Yeah. He's not gaining or losing. Yeah. It just
stable.
balances out. Yeah. And he gets to draw those 2 cards. But now he lost 2 more life, so I'm like, okay, cool. That'll work.
And it did not.
But it did not.
Let me guess, he had something to kill it right away. Yep.
He literally had murder, the thing that murders your cards.
Man.
So that was a thing that happened. Oh, and guess who's coming back? The Flyboy.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
So, yeah, we're taking some punchies. He's drawing some cards. And there's nothing I can do about it at this point. Sinzing is just mean, and I just drew another land.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And you're not even like... It's the worst when you're just drawing lands and you're like, oh, come on.
So 2, 4, 6, 7 on the board. I'm like, maybe I can stay alive if I do this thing. I'll do 4 damage to him and I'll gain 4 life, but it just didn't work out. And he had 2 of them, and good game. I couldn't even, you saw my little cursor go up to the little cog to concede. It didn't even let me do it.
No, bitch, you ain't giving up.
You're gonna take this. You're gonna take it and like it.
God, that was an annoying little thing.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Not a good feeling. A 1 and 3 at this point, right? Not fun. Not having fun, guys. Now, Happy Tom. Happy Tom comes around.
Man, happy, joy.
So we're doing the same. It's the same deck. Nothing's changed.
Kept this terrible hand.
Yeah, at this point I started thinking like it didn't matter what I played. I wasn't gonna win with this deck anymore. I was getting so discouraged. I'm like, even if I mulligan, I'm gonna lose.
Jesus, you mulligan once and then claim you're gonna lose from here on out. That's so silly. I would have laughed if you just got rid of that the land.
That would be such a me thing to do. I'm like, okay, what is this guy playing? Oh, dead weight. Great.
Deadweight's so good.
It really is in Pauper when you're playing against weenies. Hey, there's an Evolving Wilds. There's a great play for to be had here.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he picks, everybody.
Let's find an Island.
Yay, he could play his spells now. Next turn.
Next turn. Unless I draw something and ruin the plan. I was like, oh yeah, cycling, that's good. Maybe I should change to that.
Chris played that last week. That was pretty good.
Yeah. And I was like, it's probably not good with uncommons. Without the uncommons, at least. And I'm like, oh, a Scorpion. I could do that. That's a blocker, and I'll gain 2 life. Which is probably the wrong move.
Yeah.
Because he did that to me. Didn't even get to block anything and remove. Happy Tom's looking pretty happy right now.
I mean, this is insane how much they're just drawing exactly. They're top decking. They've been top decking since like turn 4.
Pretty annoying.
Or turn 2, actually.
And the thing is, like, I have so much removal in my deck, and I happen to draw all of it at the beginning of this game. And there goes my creatures.
Get the creature you can't play. Makes sense.
Yep, exactly. And I realized that afterwards. I was like, dang it! I should have got a mermaid. At least I could have played it in defense mode.
He just would have had a murder.
Probably. That probably would have been exactly what he drew if that was the case.
Man, that Whisper squad is gross.
Yeah. And that's, I'm telling you, like, that's, what was that, like 3-4 of the matches that I faced was Whisper Squad?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can gain some life here. I could probably last another turn, so I'll destroy one of your creatures, sack my Scorpion, gain 2 life from Severed Strands, gain 2 life from Serrated Scorpion, and do 2 damage to him, and kill one of his creatures. Yeah. I was like, okay,
you
I'll
needed
go
more
with that.
card draw in your deck. Honestly.
I really did. I really.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's a thing. I gotta discard a card.
The problem is you're behind and you're having to just like waste your mana doing something to try to catch up.
I was like, let me gain that sweet land. And I good gamed him. GG'd him out.
I mean, that's how you do it.
That is how I do it. Oh, 1 and 4. Okay, we got one more match. And this is another thrashing.
Power play. Power
this.
play.
This might have, you didn't play this guy, but this is the same type of deck that you were playing against earlier.
Yeah. Once they get ahead, it's hard.
I was like, let me get rid of this. Wait.
It's probably me.
Yeah, I keep hearing like a clink chime noise.
Oh, it's not me then. Oh, wow.
It's probably the video. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to mill the guy. I'm trying to kill his creature. Those little dogs are so annoying. Those pack mastiffs.
Mm-hmm.
They just buff and buff, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You got the good mill plan.
Yeah.
It's like you're on the mill plan at school.
Yeah, I mean, it was going. It was definitely going. But it was not to be. The guy just was. He was saving his mana just to attack and do all those things. Not much that I could do.
I mean, that's what you got to do. And of course, you're out of your
I
mill.
good gamed it.
Okay, so we're back. Yeah, that deck was trash, guys. I had to get rid of it. I tried really hard. We won 1 game, but that's just because our opponent quit. We ended up going 1 and 5 up to this point. Let's make some changes. I went ahead and kind of changed up a lot of the things that were in there. I kept Burglar Rat and Callous Dismissal, and Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Those are really the only 3 cards. Okay, Vicious Rumors, Mutual Destruction still in there also. But let's see what we changed. I put in Wall of Ruins to Scry. It's a defender, and also it's something for me to mutate onto with Cavern Whisperer. Cavern Whisperer has Menace, so he could just swing through. As long as they don't have blockers or they have 1 blocker, Also have Anticipate to help us get to some cards. Um, Essence Scatter as counters. Omens of the Sea to help us draw cards, and then we kept Corpse Churn in there to help us get some of our creatures back into our hand. Other than that, the deck pretty much stayed the same. We changed up our land count a little bit just because we went more heavy on the black side than on blue. Um, so yeah, let's see how this goes. I got tired of losing, so I had to do something about it. It was not fun. So yeah, let's see how this one goes.
All right, so got tired of losing 1-5. I decided to change the deck, and this is the result. You can already tell that this isn't a slow down. This isn't a sped up game. So let's see how this turns out.
I mean, it makes sense. You take everything you've already learned from the deck and just start completely over.
You know, like keeping a crappy opening hand.
Yeah. Oh my god, you can't even cast anything.
Did I keep it? Do you think I kept it?
I hope not.
I kept it. Oh no!
Oh my
Why
god.
did I do that?
I don't understand your keeps and mulligans sometimes. I don't understand it.
Because I'm never punished.
You got so lucky. Now the hand looks incredibly good because you have Essence Scatter, Callous Dismissal.
What did I do here?
I think Essence Scatter should be the play here.
Yeah, it is. Let me scatter that essence all over the place.
All over your face. Oh, never punished.
Never ever
Except for
punished.
you are.
Yeah, I don't have anything else I can play.
Yeah.
Why? Why did it do me like that? Don't do me like that.
I think the opponent is on a bad hand, and that was their big play to make it worth it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. I was like, oh, I like both of these. Yeah, I'll just keep them.
I mean, technically, you didn't need lands.
Nope. Like that starts the clock, obviously. I was like, that's why I'll play that, and then next turn, if they play a creature, I'll bounce it. Luckily, they didn't play a creature, so that freed up a lot of mana and time for me, pretty much, is the way I saw it.
Yeah, and you could scry here if need be.
Oh.
You could scry and play another Omen of the Sea.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember if that's what I did or not. Definitely did that. There's the thing. Gamey Toast. I will say Gamey Toast just did not have anything to play this first few hands or turns. Here you go, bro. Come on, man.
See, if you were gonna play the Omen of the Sea, you really should have scried first, then did this.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go ahead and I was like, I don't need any more land.
Yeah.
I was gonna save it for later draws.
Yeah, makes sense. Right now. Scry the newest one. Okay. Doesn't matter, but okay.
Doesn't matter. Ugh, gross. Get that out of here.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
What's your top end for the deck? Is it that ill-gotten inheritance?
No, it's that menace creature, the black menace creature.
Oh, okay.
The 4/4 that mutates and then they have to discard a card.
Is Callous Dismissal, you can only have your creatures return?
No. I think it's theirs. I don't remember, for being honest. I'd have to hover over it. I know it's a target enchantment or creature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is... I'm like, you bastard. I was like, I like that. So I could play that even though it's a sorcery. As long as I have a card that has flash, I could play it like it had flash. I was like, oh, I do have flash. I'm going to go ahead and kill that. Bad thing is he draws a card. The good thing is he's tapped out. That's why I did that. And then I was like, let's move it on up.
Moving on. See, I think you could return the your thing. So saying with the burglar rat, you could Callous Dismissal your own burglar rat and then just keep going from there.
Probably could have.
I don't know if it makes sense, but you know.
I like that draw. Go ahead and keep that. And I was like, hey, why don't you go back to your
Sure,
hand, buddy?
sure would be a shame if you had to go back to your hand.
Mm-hmm. Doing them dangerous plays there.
Scrying is so good.
You know what? I used to hate it. I thought it was pointless, but it's actually a really good thing. You proved me wrong, kids. You proved me wrong.
It only had to come up with like a few sets that all of a sudden scrying is so much more. There's so much more to scry than just like some crappy spells.
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem. It was just like a few crappy spells that it didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like, okay, pay 3 to scry 2. Like, what else?
Why?
That's it? I just get to look at 2 cards and that's all? I don't want to do that. Seems lame.
Ooh.
I was like, let's bounce that back.
Then let's burgle.
Burgle, burgle, burgle. Robble, robble.
And then you could callous dismiss again on his turn.
Yas. That was the plan. Yes.
Then he board wipes.
Yeah.
Oh,
He board wiped
what?
with a common.
You gotta be shitting me.
No, he unsummoned my token and I was very upset. But I got a card draw, so that's cool.
Yeah, with you getting like you have to have your card draw on board for this deck. Because
Yeah.
otherwise you're just behind. And you got so much life gain it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh. Sir, that's cool. How about if you have that go back to your hand?
Yep. This gorilla is not for sale, sir. We're gonna need you to return it.
It's not a Magilla Gorilla for sale.
Thing is, I'm drawing so much land, dude.
Yeah, but eventually you get past that.
You'll get over it. And I just held on to it because I wanted it to seem like a threat, like I had something.
You're
like
learning.
Like another bounty bounce.
Oh.
And yeah, I was upset about that. I was like, man, I want to do 2 damage. Well, I guess I'll gain a life here then. Give me no other options. And then he got tired of playing the gorilla and just started playing other things.
I mean, kind of makes sense.
Yeah? He wanted to draw the card, I'm sure. I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's off pace now. Like it does make sense to play it because it's a 5/4. Oh, that's such a good
He
card.
just body slammed me. Give him a nice. I had to give him a nice on that.
Oh,
So I was like, you know what? Screw that card. You're about to take some damage. So I was like, okay. I got him down pretty low. Let's wipe this board real quick. I had to check my ill-gotten inheritance to see what it does. And it does 4 damage. So I was like, okay, I can survive 2 turns here and kill him.
makes sense. Then he starts
Hopefully.
gaining life.
Yeah, unless that's what I was worried about. I was like, man, that dude better not gain any life. And I was like, alright, sweet. That's my big boy. He's not that big, but he has menace.
Menace.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to do something about it. Otherwise, it's just game over, bro.
Game over, man. I was like, I got 31 life, bro. You really gonna come at me with that gorilla?
Then all of a sudden he pumps it for 30 life.
Dude, I was like, is there anything he can do? I was like, he can't do colossification. That doesn't make sense. And I was like, well, you have 1 blocker. That's not gonna help you. And I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a vicious rumors.
No, he gained life off of a counter, didn't he?
Gamey toes, did you? Is that what you
Oh,
did, gamey toes?
No.
You fool! No. We went ahead, went with the ill-gotten inheritance win instead of punching for 4.
Okay.
And
Oh man.
we did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We got the win. We ended up 1-6. Or 2-6.
I mean, for a deck you just tried out, it's.
Oh,
not-
that's the rare I got. Okay, unbreakable formation. Okay, so let's talk about my version 2 deck. I don't really want to talk about version 1 because it was garbage. It was basically a bounce and mill, and it just didn't work. The whole purpose of it was to do damage and then mill and annoy the crap out of everyone, and they quit, and they didn't. So with the second deck, go ahead.
To be fair, you got half your wins and most of your losses with that deck.
That's true. I did go 1-1. I got a 100% winning percentage with this deck, so.
I think that's accurate.
It is accurate. So I went Wall of Ruins as just a defender with Scry. Scorpions, we saw the Scorpions in the deck. It does damage. Mass Destruction to sack and destroy and do damage. Vicious Rumors to discard. Burglar Rat, Anticipate was one that I threw in here. Callous Dismissal to bounce. Essence Scattered for counters. Omen of the Sea for draw. Corpse Churn to bring stuff back to my hand. Audacious Thief to draw cards. Ill-Gotten Inheritance to ping and stuff like that. And then Cavern Whisper and Dreamtail Heron. Those were my two. Those were my big boys.
Okay. You forgot one other thing.
What's that?
You're reckless abandon when it comes to mulliganing.
Yeah, that was another thing.
you got the two-lander. Why would you
but
do
I wasn't
that?
I wasn't punished though.
Oh my god. You're not punished till you are punished.
That's true. That's a good point. But yeah, that's the deck. I mean, it had Evolving Wilds and some life gain lands, and that's pretty much it. Like, it did its thing. You know what I mean? Like the bouncing really helped to keep the threats off the board, so I was able to, I guess, do something. Just ping away with my Ill-Gotten Inheritance and my weenies, and make them burn their mana on getting rid of my tokens. So.
Yeah, I mean, Ill-Gotten Inheritance is such an annoying clock, and you have Audacious Thief in there to just make it to where, yes, you'll stall out, but Audacious Thief will help you get back in it by drawing cards.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't like that he costs 3, and then when I attack, I lose a life and draw a card. I don't like having to sacrifice him like that because someone can just block him and he dies.
Yeah.
What is the other card? There's another card. I think it's a rare. It's an uncommon. It's probably a rare. It's the one whenever one of your creatures die, you lose a life and draw a card. That one's so much better. I have that in my black deck, the Scorpion Sacrifice Priestess deck. So
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess this is like a cheap knockoff version that works. As long as they don't have anything to kill them.
You gotta love them knockoff decks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta get those discount budget versions of those good cards, and this is one of them. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I like about Pauper is that it breeds just thought and creativity and everything like that. Because it's like I can't use all my rares, and I can't even use all my uncommons that are just like game winners, and it's kind of good for those. But this is still good.
Yeah.
So.
It was definitely a challenge to try to put together a deck that wasn't burn or really burn, because that's, to me, I felt like that was an easy build, even though like when I saw it I was like, I kind of don't want to do that. I thought about it. I thought about doing like green Voltron sort of thing also. I was like, maybe I can do Fling and Voltron with the green, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go with a mill damage thing, kind of something that I'm semi familiar with.
Yeah.
And I play it, but it's never successful, so I should have known that was gonna happen. Because my mill deck is garbage. So I should have went with just this straight up to begin with. I've really fallen in love with Menace. I have a Menace to Society deck, as I call it. Where it's nothing but menace, and it's won me some games. It's definitely not a top tier deck. I can't play it on the ladder, or I'll lose. But it's fun to play in regular, or unranked or whatever it's called.
I mean, there's some good build arounds for menace, like the one where it takes 3 creatures to block a menace creature.
Yes,
that's
so
so oppressive.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I like that.
Just building. Just if you fall in love with an archetype, I think building around it and playing what you know helps out a lot. Like me recently, I've been loving the whole entire cycling or mutate thing. That's been my jam lately, and that's what I always play with now.
Yeah, I really just haven't come around to mutate too much because I felt like you're only doing it to one creature, and if that creature gets destroyed, then all your efforts are gone. But if you keep stacking things on top of it, it triggers multiple times, like you've played multiple creatures. So that's kind of cool, but also it's so susceptible to destruction that it's like, That's the only bad
Uh,
thing.
the Stolen Coil Serpent mutating on top of that. That's the next deck I want to do.
Ooh. Tasty.
Yeah. It's just I can't have multicolored things to mutate on top of it.
That's also true.
Yeah. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for watching the videos with me and commenting on them. Let us know what y'all played for F&M Pauper if you did that, and just let me know how bad I played. Comments below. Did you agree with Chris on my crappy mulliganing? Click like
Yes,
if you think I was garbage. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yo, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
That's going to wrap things up for us here in the CR Game Room. Check out our website, crgr.rocks, for all our latest info. There you'll find a link to help support us via Patreon. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Join our conversations on Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for hanging out.